Police came to the house and walked away from a dead body. Georgia, October 2023. A quiet neighborhood hides a sinister secret. Often, the most terrifying monsters aren't hiding under the bed. They are sleeping right beside you. This is the story of Margaret Dubignon, a woman who vanished into the silence of her own home, and the man who thought he could simply lock away his sins in a closet. Relatives of Margaret hadn't heard from her. Silence is unusual for someone so loved. Worry turned into panic. So, they did what anyone would do. They called the police for a welfare check on October 20th. Officers arrived at the house. They knocked. They looked around, but they saw nothing. No movement. No answer. Assuming no one was home, they left. But they were wrong. Someone was there. The family couldn't rest. That nagging feeling in their gut wouldn't go away. So the very next morning, they took matters into their own hands. They decided to conduct their own investigation. They arrived at the home, determined to find answers. They managed to get inside. The house was quiet, too quiet. As they searched room by room, dread began to fill the air, until they reached the bedroom and opened the closet. Inside the closet, stuffed into a suitcase, was the lifeless body of Margaret Dubignon. The horror of that discovery is unimaginable. The person they loved, discarded like luggage. The police were called back, but this time, it wasn't a welfare check. It was a homicide investigation. And all eyes turned to one person, her boyfriend, Frederick Durham. He was nowhere to be found. The manhunt began. Frederick Durham was now the prime suspect. It didn't take long for law enforcement to catch up with him. He was taken into custody, and as he sat in the interrogation room, face to face with detectives, the chilling truth began to spill out. Why did he do it? Was it self-defense? Was it an accident? No, his reason was far more trivial and far more evil. Durham told police that Margaret was disrespecting him. She was calling him vulgar names. That was his trigger. Words. Because of words, he became enraged. He beat her, and then, he wrapped his hands around her neck and strangled her until the life left her eyes. But it is what he did after the murder that truly reveals the darkness in his soul. After wrapping her body in a blanket and forcing her into that suitcase, Frederick Durham didn't panic. He didn't cry. He acted like nothing had happened. He went to work, as if it were just another Tuesday. And on his way, he stopped. He bought a couple of lottery tickets. Think about that. With the woman he killed stuffed in a closet at home, he was hoping to get lucky. He gambled with his freedom, and he lost. At trial, the jury saw him for what he was. He was convicted of multiple charges, including malice murder. The judge sentenced him to life in prison. Frederick Durham wanted to win the lottery, but instead, he earned a permanent cell. Margaret Dubignon's family got justice, but they can never get her back. A tragic reminder that sometimes, the most dangerous disrespect is the disregard for human life.